Do you realize that this life and everything you are experiencing is all an illusion? That you and I don't really exist in the way that we think we exist. That this is all a holographic projection. It's energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. And the way that this energy, frequency, and vibration becomes real is through our focus. So everything we are experiencing is actually false. It's fake. It's all a lie. So if you're experiencing stress, anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, lack, loneliness, then you are allowing your emotional nervous system, your emotional system, and your mind to be hijacked by an illusion. Think about that. Because fear cannot exist unless you give it energy. All those lower frequency vibrations can't exist unless you give them energy. Lack is an anathema. Scarcity is an anathema to the nature of the universe, because the universe is abundance. The universe is love. And you, the essence of you, is love, is abundance, is prosperity, is wealth, is peace, is light. You are a light being. And you are simply experiencing yourself having a human experience because you have focused and concentrated your energy into manifesting this experience. I know, right? It's a bit hard to wrap your head around because it's like, no, this is all tangible. Everything in front of me is tangible. I can feel it. I have evidence. This is my evidence. This is my evidence that I'm real. But what if you're not? If you actually look at the quantum science and the way they talk about the nature of our existence, and the investigation and the scientific research that has been put into looking at the smallest possible particles. Now, from the last thing that I heard, the smallest particle they found was called a quark. They might have gone further since then, but they went into the quark and they couldn't find anything. What they found was a whole lot of space, but what they did find was energy. Now, the beautiful part about this is that energy is something that it just transfers. Energy is just in a constant flow and a constant transfer. So think of heat and cold. So heat is the energy, and it can turn a cold space into a warm space by the transfer of energy. Wealth, money, abundance is simply a transfer of energy. It is your mindset that determines whether you are wealthy and abundant or if you are struggling financially. So if you want to change your financial situation, then you need to change your consciousness around money. So if it's all an illusion, then money is an illusion too. Think about that. Fear is an illusion. Lack is definitely an illusion. As I said, it's an anathema to the actual nature of the universe. Your nature is abundance, prosperity, limitlessness. You are a limitless being with infinite potential. And within the quantum field that we exist is infinite possibilities, limitless potential. All possibilities exist within the quantum field. It is what you focus on that creates your experience and what you get to experience. So if you are not experiencing what you want to experience right now, then take a step back and take a breath. Recognize that your emotional system is being hijacked by an illusion, is being hijacked by a lie, by deception. This is all deception. Think of the movie The Matrix, okay? Perfect way to bring this into focus for you. So the movie The Matrix was literally commentary and a representation of our existence. Now, if you remember in The Matrix, you've got Neo, who his name came from neocortex, the brain, and the people who were still plugged into the Matrix by the thing in the back of the head, right, that was plugged into the brain, creating the illusion of their existence. When they were unplugged, when they woke up, when they realized the nature of their existence, and they were taken from the machine, in other words, they swallowed the red pill and they realized that it was all a lie. It was all an illusion. That in actual fact, all of humanity had been plugged into this system, this program, and everybody was running the program. Imagine that you are just running a program or a series of programs, okay? And the program is designed to protect itself. Mr. Smith. So Mr. Smith was there to annihilate any threats to the system. Think about that. So if you are waking up consciously, the system is deliberately designed to do something to stop you from waking up, to keep you disempowered, to keep you in a state of fear and stress and anxiety. But it's all an illusion. All these constructs within our system were designed to keep you plugged into the fear, the stress, the anxiety. So are you going to continue to buy into the illusion, or are you going to take the red pill? Are you going to continue to listen to these so-called authorities that we have given authority over our life? We have given away our power to systems that were designed to keep us in a state of control, in a state of fear, stress, and anxiety. That were deliberately designed to keep us disempowered. Are you going to keep giving your power away to the illusion? Please tell me you're not. Please tell me you're going to be a part of the Great Awakening. Please tell me you're going to evolve in your consciousness, that you're going to start to recognize and realize that you buying into the fear, you buying into the stress is the only thing that is perpetuating that in your life. Now, I understand that you may have situations that seem so real, that you have been giving your power away to for so long, it's become a habit. So taking your power back is a conscious choice that you will need to make over and over and over and over and over and over, because everything is a choice and everything is a decision. So when you, from this moment forward, when you start to feel pulled into that state, like literally pulled and drawn into that state of fear, stress, and anxiety, take your power back. Recognize, immediately stop the spiral and go, wait a minute, this is all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. This is not real. This is not real. And I am the master manifester. I am the master creator. I am creating my life moment by moment. I do not want to create this anymore. So what will I create instead? Take your power back and decide that you are going to create something different from this moment forward. Now, you know I love EFT tapping. It is amazing for releasing you from the grip of fear, stress, anxiety, anger, frustration, overwhelm. It's incredible. Use it. You have been gifted a simple tool that you can use anywhere at any time on anything. It's incredibly effective. It will help you to take your power back. If you're not using it every single day, why not? Come on. Like seriously, it could not be more simple. But you have to break this habit of allowing your emotional network and emotional system to be hijacked by these frequencies and vibrations, by this illusion. So you can tell when you're being hijacked by an illusion by the way you feel, which is your emotional guidance system, which is classic Abraham Hicks. So your emotional guidance system has all these different emotions on a scale. Now, the lower part of the scale, it's really uncomfortable. The further you get down the scale, it's super uncomfortable. That is your emotional guidance system saying, hey, wait a minute. You need to start looking at what you are choosing to believe. Everything is a choice. Everything is a decision. What are you choosing to believe? What are you choosing to give your power away to? Because when you start to realize that you have the ability to take your power back, you can then use tools and strategies, tapping, meditation, deep breathing, visualization, loads of tools available to you to climb up the scale, climb up the scale, climb up the scale, and unplug yourself from this illusion. Unplug yourself from the matrix. Recognize and appreciate that everything that you have put your belief in, all the systems that you've put your belief in, they're all a lie, mate. They're all a lie. I'm sorry. The narrative that you have believed is false. And this can be very disconcerting and psychologically hard to really come to terms with when you start to realize that your entire life is based on a lie. If you have put your belief and your faith in things like our sickness system, sorry, I can't call it a health system. It's a sickness system. It's built on profit. That profit comes from sickness. So it's kind of got a bit of a conflict of interest there, don't you think? If the system relies on us being sick to create profit, and those entities are all about making more and more and more profit, come on. Right, our governmental systems are incredibly corrupt. They have been for decades. And our so-called people who we think we elect into power are actually not the ones in charge. And there is disruption, massive disruption happening in the system. Why? Because the matrix is collapsing. It's collapsing. So if you're not awake yet, wake up now. Because if you don't wake up now, it's going to get much more uncomfortable, right? So things like our education system, our indoctrination system. Read Fake by Robert Kiyosaki, who also wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So you understand the nature of the system and how it has been deliberately created to keep you in a state of stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, overwhelm, disempowered. They are all disempowering states. How can you be the best and most powerful version of you when your world is ruled by these negative emotional states? When you are reactive rather than proactive at creating your life, your future, your world, your way. If your brain is hijacked by fear, doubt, scarcity, overwhelm, then how can you use your brain at its optimum capacity to find solutions and create life the way you want it to be? Stop allowing the illusion to control your life. Wake the F up. Understand who you truly are. Remember who you truly are, an infinitely powerful being with the power to create anything you put your mind to, that you are living in a state of illusion, a holographic projection, and that what you focus on is what manifests in your life. So alignment is the most important thing that you need to really master alignment, coherence. Alignment and coherence with source, with divine energy. You need to get fully and perfectly aligned in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your actions, because they are the things that send out the signal to source that create your future. If you do not like the future that you have, then it's time to focus on creating a new future. And you live in a quantum field where all potential possibilities exist. They all exist. The future that you wish to live exists in the quantum field. If you start to focus relentlessly and align yourself, align your vibration and frequency to that future reality, that is what you will create. That is law. Be deliberate in your focus. Be deliberate in your intent, because the universe will organize itself around your intention and your focus and your frequency and vibration. Let me repeat that. The universe will organize itself around your intention, your focus, and your frequency and vibration. You are that powerful. You are so powerful that you created the life that you're living right now, the experience that you're having right now. It's all just an experience. It's all an illusion. You created that experience because of the focus that you had, because of the thoughts, the feelings, and the energy and vibration that you had yesterday, the day before, the day before that, the day before that. So if where you are right now is not acceptable to you, what are you going to do about it? I hope this has been impactful for you. If it has, like and subscribe, comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. If you are truly ready to take control of your financial future and you have an entrepreneurial spirit burning inside of you, whether you have a business or you want to start a business, then you really need to get my soul-aligned business blueprint. This guide is free. It is a step-by-step guide to help you to either start or accelerate your journey as a conscious entrepreneur. I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs because I love business. I know it is the fastest way to completely transform your financial reality, and you need to set yourself up with the right mindset, with the right business model, with the right strategies. And this blueprint is going to help to get you on the right track. So all you need to do is type blueprint in the comments below, and I will send you the link to download this really powerful guide that's going to help to transform your future really, really fast. So just type blueprint in the comments below, and I'll send you the link to download this free soul-aligned business blueprint.